Kristin Ward, parenting coach at the Parenting Place. Kia ora, thanks for your time.
Morena, so fun to be here.
And hey, it's not so much fun as a parent sometimes, particularly when we are wanting to communicate values. Yeah, we want them to stop fighting, but we're wanting to restore harmony within our household, and we're wanting to raise our children and teach them, I don't know, values like contrition, apologies, saying sorry even when you don't really feel like it. It's a tough sell, particularly for younger kids, right?
Yeah, and I think I love talking about this topic. I think it's a really key and important part of family life. We all have fighting, hurting each other. We offend each other. We're sometimes overtired, overreacting to each other, and it's a really important topic. Like, how do we get things back on track in our family relationships? And it's so important, I think, in our families. It's a huge gift that we can give to our kids when there is a little rupture in the relationship, that repair reliably happens. And that just gives our kids such a foundation of security with us, and also just an understanding of what it means to be a family, and that we do repair with each other. But yes, how do we teach it? How do we do it as parents? And sometimes we really can, exactly like you say. I remember that feeling as a child when maybe one of your siblings has been told to say sorry to you, and you can tell they don't mean it. There's a sly smile or smirk
exactly.
that they give, that
sorry,
makes
not
you
sorry,
fully aware that they didn't mean it much. We can get quite irate, and it just doesn't make anyone feel better when we feel like an apology was forced or not genuine. So let's talk about that today. I mean, I think a better concept than the idea of a mumbled sorry or a forced apology is this idea of repair. And we kind of want to just build it into the foundations of our families, that repair, when a rupture happens in any way, shape or form between sibling and sibling, parent and child, a repair is very likely coming as well. It's a reliable thing that the vast majority of the time in our family life we repair with each other. I mean, I don't think every little thing needs to be hashed out in big verbal hashing out of every little thing. I mean, sometimes everyone's just tired and we just all need to go to bed. But it's a wonderful concept, this concept of repair. So the first thing I would say to parents is just to consider timing. If we want to just sort it out straight away and demand that an apology happens straight away, we're going to get exactly what you said, that mumbled sorry, which doesn't satisfy anyone. And where it's just not really teaching the skill, or it's not really showing our children how important it is. Whereas if we give it time, give ourselves time to calm down, we might just turn it into more cross-telling off if we try and address it too early. Our child might flare up really, really again if we try and address it too early. So we want to give the perpetrator time, and we want to maybe just go and attend to the child who's been hurt, or and just give the child, who maybe it's an older child or maybe it's not an older child, who give them time to just think of cool off before we try and go and address it with them. Sometimes we feel like there's urgency, like maybe we've heard we have to address it before the sun goes down, and that we can't go to bed angry. And I kind of think, look, sometimes everyone's just too tired to do a good job of repair.
Let's not stay up and fight, let's get some rest. And
that's a marriages too. Like sometimes the best idea is just say, love you, even though I'm mad. Or something like that. I mean, and then just go to bed.
That's such an important part of it. You mentioned it beforehand. It's not just the children that need to apologise. Sometimes it is the parents. And hey, the way in which we model that the way in which we demonstrate, hey, this is what happens when somebody gets hurt or the feelings get hurt or they feel let down. This is what the parents do in this scenario, and there's an expectation because that's been modeled. That's a better way of doing it, of saying you apologize to your sister, otherwise no pocket money, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Modeling is really key. And I think one of the first things we can do whether it's a parent-child argument or something that's happened, or whether it's two siblings that have had a disagreement, one of the first things we need to do is let the person cool down, and then we need to go and hear their perspective.
Okay.
There's always two sides to a story. They've got some sort of perspective about why what they did was justified. And we need to listen with empathy and listen and just let them air their perspective.
Yeah.
And after someone's felt really listened to, they're much more likely to be able to be open to suggestions.
Because this is the thing, particularly within a family dynamic with different ages and stages. The little ones know how to push the buttons to get the big ones in trouble. Seriously, that's a life skill that they learn pretty early. So maybe there was some unreasonable provocation which led to the so-called offence. Maybe there's an apology needed on both sides of this dynamic, right?
Yeah, and once someone feels listened to, they're far more able to just have a suggestion made to them. You know, hey babe, you really hurt your sister's feelings when you laughed at her. She really looks up to you. Yeah. Or you really hurt Dad's feelings when you called him a donkey. What do you think you need to do to fix things with Dad now?
Yeah.
So, and what we want to do is we want to put the ball in their court. So just say, what do you think you need to do to make it right with your sister or make it right with Dad? Rather than requiring a sort of rote apology or some sort of thing that we think is the right outcome, we want to leave it to them. What do you think you need to do? Okay. And the thing is, children, we want them to take the responsibility to think of the idea and to kind of fix the relationship.
Yeah.
And it might be they say, oh, I'll draw her a picture. And we might think, wow, that doesn't sound very adequate. You almost broke her arm or something like that, you know. Yeah. We can feel like, but I think the thing is they're immature attempts at repair, and we need to accept their immature repair attempts, because they'll just grow in their maturity, and they will grow in their ability to repair relationships with age. And we need to accept their little gestures, and even if we think it doesn't make up for it, we want to be the bigger person and just accept it and be grateful and thank you, darling. That would be lovely if you could help.
So wonderful to involve children in the consequences of what they've done, and give them, empowering them to go, hey, how would you like to make this right? And again, ages and stages, it's going to vary, but it's such an important life skill for our children to learn how to deal with conflict, how to make restitution when you recognize, hey, my bad, I've done something here, I need to make good on a relationship that is important to me. Such an important life skill to teach our children and to model to our children as well. Thank you so much for the work that you do at the Parenting Place. Wonderful wisdom and advice as always. Kristin, thanks for your time today.
Pleasure, Andrew. See you later.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.